Hello and welcome to It's Your Business with Mario Toneguzzi. Joining me today is Ian Rosen, who is Vice President of Digital and Strategy for Harry Rosen, the iconic Canadian retailer. Thanks for joining us today, Ian.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you folks recently announced the launch of a new brand platform. Can you tell me a little bit about that, what it is, and why you did that?
Yeah, well, we've been on a process of looking at our brand and how we were connecting with people. And one of the big insights we drew off of was we wanted to go out and connect with a new customer. And we wanted to establish that the role of Harry Rosen in the market is not necessarily, only to provide you with clothing. We help people set the tone. Personally, professionally, we want to inspire people to feel and do their best so that they can go out and accomplish, whatever it is that they're trying to do with that day. So we thought it really resonated with what it is, why we're in business, and set the tone is a great way of us articulating that.
Okay, part of this obviously involves an enhanced website. Can you talk a little bit about what's happening there and why that's important?
Yeah, so we undertook COVID-19 changed everyone's plans, and one of the first things we looked at was, are we leading with our best foot forward when it comes to discovering who Harry Rosen is digitally? We accelerated a project that was supposed to take 10 to 12 months and got it done in 6. And we recently went out with what I call the minimum viable product of our next digital future. It right now doesn't have any whiz-bang features beyond what we had on our last site. The search is super fast. You'll see the render and speed time is we have an incredibly strategic way of presenting to the client, making sure that it's always there quickly. But what's coming is really is what's exciting for me. So everything is for me all about partnerships with people who are progressively innovating in the retail search, find, shop space, and we got a lot coming there.
Okay, let's talk a little bit, Ian, about the importance of digital, especially now. I guess if you're a retailer and aren't into that space, you're pretty much toast, aren't you?
Yeah, we're lucky. We were one of the first retailers to actually open up a website that was shoppable. One of the things that we've learned over COVID is even a customer who exclusively shopped you offline is starting to trust online shopping in a new way, and we're able to diversify the way that they're spending with us in a way that's going to benefit us in the long run. When we bring somebody into the store, especially in a high stakes environment like during a global pandemic, we want to make sure we're making the most use, the best use of their time. We've gone at digital in 2 ways. We've presented product in a very descriptive manner online. We've allowed people to discover things like commodities, shirts, underwear, socks, the like, pants, shirts. But when it comes to something a little bit more high touch, we've actually empowered our in-store teams to curate and sell off the website, which is I think a way that we've been able to keep and extend relationships out of the store into the digital world. So digital has to be core to what you're doing. I don't like to say, like, do you have a digital strategy? It's like, if your strategy isn't ingrained in being digital, you're toast.
Yeah. Where is the company at right now in terms of its physical locations and getting the consumer back into the stores?
We have seen a good, it was a slow build, opening back up in June in most of our markets. The traffic wasn't there. We relied a lot on bringing goods to clients, and we did benefit from some foot traffic. Some markets opened up faster than others. It's still a slower build. It's not back to where it was, and obviously we're monitoring the case rates in all of our markets pretty closely. But what we're seeing good response to is people are coming in with purpose. They're coming in and we're able to, set things up in a safe way. And we're able to build towards a trend. Last year's the benchmark, and we're working our way back there.
Okay. One last thing, Ian, as a company, as a retailer, when you look through this past 6 months and the experience of the last 6 months, what do you think is some of the key lessons that your company is going to take away from this experience?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is being truly agile. And agile to some people means do more with less. Agile to me actually means throw out what's not important based on what the world's throwing at you and focus what you need to execute on. And we've had to put projects that people invested a ton of time on pause, throw them off to the side, and focus on what our clients needed us to deliver. That's been probably the biggest learning. The second biggest learning, especially as a leader, is people, when challenged with things, can accomplish pretty incredible things. I could tell you story upon story about ways that our team stepped up, put creative solutions into play that would allow our customers to get products in a timely manner. Our logistics team has done, when stores closed completely, getting inventory to people was a challenge. Working creatively with our supply chain partners has been something that our merchants have done an incredible job. And my technology team, my digital team, building a new experience in an accelerated time frame takes very, very, creative ways of going about stuff.
Mhm.
And when you empower people and give them the opportunity to step up, they will. So those are definitely the two big learnings.
Okay, super. Thanks for joining us today, Ian.
Thank you for having me.
That was Ian Rosen, who is Vice President of Digital and Strategy for iconic Canadian retailer Harry Rosen. This has been It's Your Business with Mario Toneguzzi. Thanks for joining us today.